We're back to discuss The Jungle Book, and if you saw our review, we enjoyed the movie. To talk about spoilers, I mean, beyond, who's cast in what part, the story for the most part. I thought it was interesting the way that they sort of remixed the order in which you meet the different characters, and how they use the different characters. I was expecting that they would just sort of use Ka as a throwaway scene, and boy, they sure did.
Oh, yeah.
They just,
Done.
yeah, exactly. It was like just so they could have Scarlett Johansson on the list. They used Christopher Walken in the end credits a bit more, but like his actual scene was pretty brief, and so it's just sort of confrontation. The end is kind of the way the movie goes, and Bagheera is sort of. I think Bagheera comes off a little bit better in this movie than the animated version. He's kind of stuck up and wants to, like the play by the rules guy in the cartoon version. And this one, it makes more sense why he's that way, I guess, because like there's death everywhere. And Baloo comes off as more kind of selfish and everything in this one than he did in the animated series or the animated show version.
Not really as carefree either. I mean, he had purpose. I don't know. He didn't have the kind of bouncy, jolly Baloo from the cartoon. And I did agree with Bagheera as well. I actually related to him a lot more in this. Like, I was like, okay, he gets it.
Yeah, what he's saying makes sense. And, like, he's trying to protect Mowgli and all of that kind of thing. Didn't touch on this in the review, but I thought that the kid was fine. He had his moments where he was a child actor and all I could see was a child actor.
Right.
Saying lines.
That sort of thing. But I thought overall it worked pretty well.
It was okay. He took me out of it several times. I don't know. That was like my shortcut was weirdly the human element to it. I'm like, I could use less of that. And an extreme uncanny valley for the CGI version of the little kid. That was when the action scenes, especially at the beginning, I mean, that looked CGI to me for the kid itself, and that was jarring.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they did a good job of using the CG characters for emotional stuff and just more using the kid to sort of push the story along. They never really had to rely on him much as an actor, but still, like, it's hard, to get a child actor to carry a movie, so... and he is the only constant in the movie, so...
Hearing Christopher Walken sing, that was
interesting.
That was interesting. I loved the cartoon version of the movie, and I didn't know what they were going to do with Louis, and I didn't know how he was going to step to that. I didn't want them to do the same. Like, I love the jazz overtones to the original film overall, and I thought they kept in line with that, both with the soundtrack and everybody, but him singing... Oh God, that's the stuff made of nightmares.
I was right up there with William Shatner singing.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah, it's Christopher Walken. I mean, I think people like it didn't bother me at all, and bad singing bothers me a lot. So I think I just sort of like accepted that this is Christopher Walken.
Knowing his voice
silly.
so well, it was almost like talking singing.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, he was hitting the notes. It just, I don't know.
I really enjoyed the final confrontation with Shere Khan in this one a lot more than I did in the animated version. Especially with Mowgli bringing the fire back into the jungle and everybody being afraid, and it was just interesting. They weren't afraid of Shere Khan at that point. They were afraid of the fire, and I thought there was a more realistic representation of probably what would have happened.
Well, Shere Khan's a much bigger presence in this movie than he is in the animated one.
Yeah.
He really just shows up at the end for the most part. You've got a couple of little scenes with him here and there.
Well, in the animated movie, they talk for the first 40 minutes of Shere Khan is returning to the jungle. We need to get Mowgli out of here.
Right. And it's Basil Rathbone who did a great job as Shere Khan, but he always made you had this like upper class British tiger instead of scary as hell Idris Elba. Like
You're more
even when he's
afraid of
not-
being colonized than eaten.
Yeah, exactly.
Idris did a great job.
Yeah, I liked him. I feel like they kind of glossed over Mowgli just kind of burning down the forest. I feel like they kind of just were like, I guess that's a byproduct, but he killed the tiger, so it's all okay.
Well, and they made the elephants into these like demigods.
Yeah, that was a different turn.
And that's why I think they did that to justify how they ended it, where the
They're
elephants can just fix the
Making the
fire.
channels, yeah. Instant flood.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, that's just me nitpicking. I overall enjoyed the ride.
Yeah. I thought it was good. But yeah, it's one of those things that's like it's a head scratcher as to whether I want to watch it with my kids. Like I might need to wait till it comes out on home video so we can turn the lights up nice and bright and
Momentary bear on, not the porcupine, but the other little hedgehog thing, kind of bestiality thing happening there. He's like, oh yeah, I get it. I was like, huh, that was
exfoliate me.
they got real hot and heavy real quick.
That scene was really funny though, like all those animals coming up and like asking the same question.
I enjoyed that entire bit. I enjoyed everything Bill Murray brought to the table. Like that was fun.
Your species is more in danger right now than it's ever been.
That was worth it.
Yeah, it was a good movie. So, yeah, if you like the way we do these reviews, please like the video, subscribe, check out all the written and video reviews at dalemaxfield.com, and thanks for watching.